Hello, I was too busy dancing around to that fantastic intro again. Hello and welcome to our second community webinar. After our first webinar, we can wait to put on a second one, and we've got some great updates for you as well. Hello to everyone that's joining us in the chat. We've got people from Finland. Hi, Marit. Someone from Florida, Italy. Amazing. And a big welcome to you all. Hi, Simon there. So this webinar is going to be all about how you can make your courses the best experience that you can possibly make it for your audience, your learners, might be lead generation. But we're going to be looking at how you can do that with some built-in features, but we're also going to be app smashing as well. So we have a really wonderful lineup. Our webinar team is going to bring you all that mini course greatness. And just a reminder, if you haven't signed up already, please do join our communities. They're only going to get bigger, more global, and we want everyone to continue the conversations in our communities. And when you get the slides, don't forget there's lots of things to click. So each of those icons will link to our community. So in a moment, I'm going to bring out our wonderful webinar team. Our agenda today, as you probably saw from the emails that you received, we really want to dig into what micro-learning is and how powerful it can be. We're going to be checking out the new AI interaction builder. We've got live demos and examples for you. We're going to be app smashing like a pro with the queen of app smashing. That is Claudia. And then, of course, we'll be having a think about what comes next. So my wonderful webinar team, our wonderful webinar team. First, if you were on our last webinar, you'll have noticed that there were some fast fingers in the chat, and they belonged to our head of customer success, the one and only Erin. How are you, Erin?
Hi, Louise. Hi, all. How are you?
I'm really good. Thank you so much for coming to our webinar again and being in the chat. And people can ask any kind of question, can't they? They can ask questions about using MCG. They can put their ideas and their thoughts in as well. And you're going to be there to make sure that everything gets answered.
Yeah, it's great. I'm excited for the webinar. I'm waiting for all the questions.
Great. So please do put your questions into the chat. Hi, you've got someone joining us from Canada, and Yaya's joining us. We are delighted that you are joining us. It's amazing. So thanks very much, Erin, and thank you for all your contributions as well. Also joining me, of course, the one and only co-founder, Onur. How are you, Onur? Welcome to our webinar.
Hi, Louise. It's delightful to be here with you, with dear Claudia, with dear Eren. Thank you very much for your all efforts organizing this webinar.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. You must be so proud and pleased to see these webinars come to fruition and all the wonderful feedback that we've had and the love for MCG.
Thank you. Same.
And you might have seen me on a webinar with Claudia. Many of you have probably been on a webinar with Claudia. She is the queen of app smashing. Please give a warm welcome to Claudia.
Greetings from Italy.
Hello. Thank you for this amazing welcome. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be with you guys. And today we're gonna discover on how to create and embed micro-learning and meaningful interaction from passive to active learning. I can't wait to learn more.
Thank you, Claudia. That's lovely. And you're going to be taking us through some of your favorite app smashes.
I am.
Yeah. And there'll be lots of links, and you'll be sharing your tips and tricks that you've gained. So just so that everyone knows, you are in Italy, but whereabouts in Italy are you?
Yeah, I'm in the northwest of Italy, not very far from the Alps. I live in Aosta Valley. Maddalena comes from Aosta Valley as well. So hi, Maddalena. And whereas Katia doesn't live next to me, she's far away from me, but I love her very, very much. So I say hi to her, of course. And Marit, I love you, Marit. We love you. We love you. Wow, thank you. So what I wanted to say is that in my region, I play the role of regional digital curriculum integrator. So one of my main tasks is to create professional development courses for my K-12 teachers. And I am very specific on how I want my courses to be. I want my courses to be efficient, effective, easy to use, interactive, and motivating. But most of all, I want my courses to have all in one place. I don't want my teacher to waste any time. They need to achieve their potential. They don't have time to waste. They have to learn, they have to be happy, and they have to thrive. So that's why I'm using Mini Course Generator.
Amazing. So I take it there's no click.
No, enough with these clicks. No, enough. Oh, we don't want that. We want effectiveness. We want everything easy, motivating, fun, and we will see that later because we prepared something special for you guys.
Thank you, Claudia. And we will make sure that you get all the links, and we've also put some other helpful tips in there as well. Now, I thought it'd be really helpful to set the scene, and we're just thrilled to be part of the MCG team, and everybody that's joining us today is part of the wider community. And we heard a little bit from you on the previous webinar about the top use cases for using MCG, a little bit about why it came to fruition, but it'd be really interesting to dive in a bit deeper to your own experiences and why you've built the solution we've all become completely in love with. So please do tell us, Onur, a bit more about the notion behind.
Mini Course Generator started its journey, I think, almost more than 4 years. And alongside this period, I have seen plenty of mini courses that have been created inside our community. And there are some courses other than different in terms of the learning impact, which seems more remarkable, more impactful, effective in terms of the learning design. And the common pattern, the pattern that we see in this cluster is that they are using questions more. For example, there's a flow which I like to see, and I really appreciate the case. They start with a video around 1 minute, something like that, maybe less, maybe more. Then a quick question, another short video, another question, a short video, a question, and the flow goes like this. And also, I have seen other types of such patterns, like they start with the questions immediately in the beginning of the course. They start with the question, and then engage the student mind, then give the answer, and the story goes like that. So we have been seeing that interaction and asking, and at the core, taking the student or learner to the center is the key that creates the impact. Actually, I understood this issue during my university years. When I was in university, I met a professor that has a different kind of teaching style. In the beginning of the lessons, he was starting with some small, short introductions, some explanatory cases, and afterwards, throughout the rest of the lesson, he was using only 3 types of questions: why, how, what else. So whenever a student answers to him, he rephrases, restructures, and asks another question. So the story goes like that. It was so impactful for me because asking questions keeps us in the loop, so that we cannot get out of the context or start daydreaming. So such interactivity is really impactful in my own education years as well. And I think this approach can be adopted to online training as well. Just taking to Duolingo, I think this is one of the best apps in the learning industry. Even in the beginning of the language learning journey, they start with a question. Of course, the answer is so obvious, so clear, but it doesn't matter. They want the student to make something, just maybe drag and drop, maybe they select an option, but they keep the student in the loop. I think that's a very critical issue. And coming back to the Mini Course Generator, we add question types, different kind of question types, and alongside AI becomes powerful. We add AI-powered question generation by uploading your resource. But then we ask ourselves, what else can we do to make courses more interactive, to simplify to simplify it for the course creators. And that question thrived into the development of AI Interaction Builder.
Amazing. And what a wonderful reflection on your university days. And that, I think, is quite lucky. We all remember a teacher that had an impact on us, whether that was at school or university, but they created really powerful moments of insight. Right. And it's like when you're working with young people face to face, you see shiny eyes, you see the penny dropping moments when people go, I get it now. And sometimes people get that from reading something. Sometimes they might get from reading and watching. Sometimes they might get it from reading, watching, and doing. And it's the same information. It's just in different modalities. And it's just wonderful that we've got AI to help us to create some of those elements that provide everyone to engage with our information in different ways. So, yeah. Really lovely reflections there. Thank you so much for that. I think it's time to maybe start having a look at what the new and improved AI Interaction Builder looks like. So I did do a demo on the last webinar, but it was version 1.
Yeah.
And of course, now we've got version 2. So I can't wait to dig in and to show everyone this. So you might have seen a little bit about it on the video. And I've just remembered I was going to ask this question. So before we dig into the AI Interaction Builder, I would like to ask you, and I saw that Tracy from Skills Locals on there, could you put in the chat, what's your why? So why is it that you think it's important for your learners to have these meaningful interactions? And I know that, Claudia, you've already started to use things like this directly in some of your courses. So what's your why, apart from just making sure that teachers are engaging with it?
You know, Louise, I don't want my learners not just to consume information. I want my learners to actively connect information to real life contexts. So with their emotions, with prior knowledge. And, you know, at first it would be easy for me just to create a course with stimulus response. Done. Oh, yes, exactly. Provide the best experience to my learners. But if you just give them stimulus response, will they really learn anything? I don't think so, because motivation is not there. So if we break content into small focused chunks, we reduce the cognitive overload and we keep the attention high. So to me, this is the way to make learning memorable.
Simon has just put a peach of a comment there. The emotional connection, it what's made the impact learning last. The emotional connection validates the learning and makes them retrieval so much easier. It's just my owner's experience. That is absolutely fantastic. Thank you for that. Wonderful. And I guess, you know, we do know that people use MCG for monetizing their courses as well. And they might create a mini course which is outside of the collection to give people a really nice experience so that they go on and buy the paid course as well. So it's really important that you've got that person for a really short amount of time, that you're using that valuable moment to make sure they have the best experience possible, as Tracy said. You don't want a learner to ask, why are we doing this? It should be obvious to them and they should be hungry for what's next. Again, Simon, you are on fire today. That is just phenomenal. Marit, I'm so glad I didn't go over this slide now. To deepen understanding, build communication skills, boost engagement. I love that real world collaboration as well. So, and you're going to be showing us a collaborative tool as well that you can use within MCG. Thank you for all of those wonderful comments. Keep them coming. So if you haven't already seen what the AI Interaction Builder icon looks like, you have seen it now. It's this. This is in your on the sidebar. When you click on actions, you'll see it there. And it's also now in a second place, which is in the floating toolbar. Now, Claudia and I thought it'd be fun to build you a course that was our demo course. And I have to credit Tracy from Skills Local as well, who left a comment in our Facebook chat, because she helped me to think about, you know, how we could use a topic and think about well-being, workplace, thrive from anywhere. And we've all become a bit accustomed to working in our little offices at home. And I thought it'd be quite fun to have a course that would showcase some of the interactive elements and the AI interaction builder as well. So I think we're going to put this in the chat for you as well. Erin's going to put the link there so you can have a look at it. If you want to keep the course as a reflection point or inspiration, you're more than welcome to do that too. The course, when you see it, actually looks like this. So when you get into it, now one of the questions that I have been asked is, your courses look so professional and they look beautiful. And my response is, that's really kind of you, but I'm really not that creative. I love using Canva to create some of the images, and we thought it'd be really helpful. So to start off with, I've actually got the Canva that I use to create the header images and some of the other images that I use. So we've put this in the link in the email you're going to get as a template link, so that you can have a copy and you can switch it out and play around, and you're more than welcome to use any of it. So here we have the course, as you can see, and it's just got one mini course in this collection. And the first thing that you're going to see is when I go into what's your stress style, that I've got an interactive element, and this AI interaction, or the interaction, was built with the new AI interaction builder. Yeah. So I'm just going to go into my edit mode. So I'm going to show you how I do that. So if I go into my mini course generator, you know that this is all browser based. You'll be able to access this on any device. And I click sign in, and I'm going to go directly into my account. When I'm in my account, you can see that you've got your mini courses and your collections. And someone asked me about the difference between them. Your mini courses can be standalone. So you can see that any of these mini courses, they actually exist on their own. They have their own landing page, but you have, of course, a way to bring your mini courses into a collection. And your collection means that you've got additional features as well, like having an overarching landing page. And that's where you can add in the option for payment gateways as well. So I'm going to click into my mini course here, and you can see that I've got this game that I've created, which is interactive. What's your stressy style? And I am just going to delete this. So it's gone. I have got rid of it. It's gone. And I'm going to show you how I could build something like that. Now, you used to be able to click on the actions and then click on the AI interaction builder, and it would only use the existing page content. And that was great because it came up with 3 suggestions. And my kind of thinking is that if you don't know what you want, you can still have a go and ideate using your existing page content. But also, I know many of you will also use things like other AI tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, there are Opus AI, you might use something else. So you might want to create your own prompt. And now, of course, you can guide AI with your descriptions. Yes. So I came up with a very kind of simple prompt, which was all about a quick personality style quiz depending on how you manage stress. So I'm going to paste that in, and you can see all I've said is, and actually, if you want to know how I cheat, I can't be bothered to type it all out. So I use my phone and ChatGPT, and I just say, I would like to create an interactive style quiz, and it does it for me. So that's my tip for cheating. So I use my voice editor or voice input. So I'm just going to pop that into my the box there and click proceed. Now you can choose your background color. So I've got my background color, which is a light blue, my primary color, which I'm going to choose an awful green, and then I'm going to click build the interaction. Now this is amazing because you can see the code being built there for you. Now I am shocking at coding. I can't even use Scratch, which is for children, because I'm just not mathematical enough to get it. And I do try, and people think I'm really techie, and I am really techie, but I'm terrible at coding. But thankfully, I have things like this in my life now. So this is actually going to build that interaction for me, and it's super quick. But what is really nice about this is that you'll see when it's built that it also gives me the option to iterate and to change things, which I think is really super helpful. So it won't be more than a mere moment, and this will be ready to use. I can see it coming to the end of the thread. And then, here we have it. I have what's my stress style, and I can it's also kept my original prompt there. Now that's really, really helpful, because you might want to cut and paste that out. So I've got here what I want to build, and I can easily just put some edits in there. Now, say, for example, I wanted it to say, discover how you cope with pressure as a remote hybrid worker. I can actually show the code, and if you are confident with your coding skills, or even if you're not confident,
even if you're not, Louise, really, even if you're not.
No, that's what I'm going to say. I'm not confident with coding, but even I can see that I can change this text and say, discover how you cope with pressure. I can apply the changes, and it changed it already without having to recode it. So once you're ready, you can click use this interaction, and there it is in my course ready for me to use. But what's even better about this is that I can click the edit button, and rather than having to edit the code, I can even put my changes here. So actually, I want to have change the green to blue. There we go. I'm just going to say change the green to blue, and it's thinking about it. And in the mere drop of a moment, I know that that's going to change. Here we go. It's changed my green to blue. And do you know what? I might even ask it to change the black, because I don't like the black. So I'm going to say change the black to grey. And click the button there again, and we'll be able to change it again. And the great thing is, there we go. It's changed it to a dark grey.
Yeah, that's okay.
Now it's even given me the option to change the hex code. Wow. So I could even change that. So I'm going to click use this interaction, and there we have it. It's in my course ready for me to use. So I could start my quiz, and here we go. And it's got the different questions, and you can select the questions and it will work out. Now, the other thing that you can do that people have asked me, and that's, can you change the kind of background colors? And as well as being able to edit it in situ, I can also even put a nice image in the background. Yeah. Now, I just uploaded the same gradient as I did for my header, and I've got that lovely background.
Nice.
So now that's done, I'm going to click preview, And here we have start the course, and we've got what's your stress style? Job done. How amazing is that? And I know that some people have maybe played with other things like Canva Code, or there's a few other things like this, but this is by far and away the easiest and most streamlined interaction that I've seen out there. So,
agreed.
Congratulations. So please do have a look at the course that we have put into the chat. Now, are there any questions about that? I know that Tracy's asked a question there as well about credits. Oh, and Erin's put the answers on. It doesn't use any credits for a limited time. It's completely free. There you go. That's amazing. Anna Katia saying that's wonderful. Brilliant. So we're going to have a think now about other ways in which you could bring some interactivity into your courses. I'm just going to put Gainer's question on. Is this available if you created a course a little while ago or only new ones? Gainer, it's available to your legacy courses as well. So that's such a great point. It means that you can go back to your other courses and use your text prompts, create or use existing pages so that you can put some interactive elements in there. Absolutely amazing. Keep the questions coming because that is a great question. So back to my little deck, and I thought it'd be really nice to show you now some other ways in which you can add interactivity. So I love music and I listen to music all the time. And when I was young, I used to make mixtape for my friends and give them to them. And there might have even been one for a boyfriend at one point. long time ago. So wouldn't it be great if you could put a playlist or a course vibe in your course? So you're creating the experience, the ambience. So I'm just going to go back into my course and show you that I have put in a way so that you can add in a little soundtrack to your course. Now, if you use Spotify, you'll be aware of how you can create playlists. And this course is all about health and well-being. And here we have my beautiful, when it starts, it is the morning sun melody playing, and I'm going to show you exactly how I have done this. I think it's, if I press the button and it will play. There we go. It should play. I think it's just thinking about it. It's probably my wife.
It's playing. Yeah.
Is it playing? I can't hear it. But it's playing.
Yeah, it is.
Amazing.
Really?
Amazing.
What's going on? It's playing.
So you were treated to the wonderful sounds of melody.
Yeah, lovely.
Okay.
So relaxing.
So here I am back in my course. I'm going to click on the close the preview. Here's my reset with nature. And all I did is I went to embed and then I clicked Spotify at the bottom. And now you just paste in your Spotify playlist link and this will be there. And there's a soundtrack to your course, Marit. How cool is that? So I just love this. And now I'm giving my audience, my learners, the gift of music and the gift of my soundtrack. Because, I don't give my playlist to anyone because it's, it's been carefully curated over many years of love and music. Anyway, that's enough from me. Claudia, I think we should hand over to you now because you're going to show us how people can even put interactive collaborative boards into MCG.
After this relaxing soundtrack, I don't know how I will be able to, but I'll try my very best. So basically here in our course, we created AppSmashing with Padlet and with other products. We believe that AppSmashing turns up into building blocks. So here we've got Padlet. Can we graciously go onto the course, please, Louise? Thank you. So
yes.
when you get into the course, you see that you got a module 2. And in this module 2, you have 2 different pages. In this first page, so you have the sleep stress connection, and we have, oh no, can you go? Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, go to this one.
Exactly. Okay, and you got our Padlet. So as you can see, the colors are beautifully blending together, and you can work on the Padlet exactly inside your mini course generator, really. So if you want, you can edit. And by the by, it would be so cool if you could actually interact with us, because I made this Padlet open to everyone. It would be nice to know a little bit, hints and tips on well-being. It would be so cool. You got different sections, and you can populate these different sections, so we can have all your hints and tips for better sleeping, breathing and relaxation, evening rituals. So Louise and I just popped in we don't sleep very well, really. So we should we should read more about this Padlet, because to be honest with you, we should pay more attention, closer attention to what we write. But anyway, we write very well, but we don't preach exactly the same way. But anyway, so please, please, please intervene, interact with us. That would be so cool. Like the little thing that are in this Padlet, and the amazing stuff that you can do it in real time. So you don't have to go anywhere. It's everything in mini course generator. And that's why I love it, because we don't go anywhere. It's just there for us to interact. And that's what I love. And it's so easy to embed. Can you show us how to embed it, Louise, please?
Yeah, sure. So I'm going to go back to the course here.
Yes.
You can see that I'm in the edit mode, and I'm going to go into this one, which is crowdsource your sleep tips. And you can see all I've done here is that I'm going to use the embed function, and then I'm going to use the web link.
Yes.
So with the web link, I've got it ready to go because I just pasted it in the chat. But all you need to do is just paste the link in, click embed, and it's going to embed it in there for you.
Done.
And then, all you need to do is, choose your image or your background there.
Yeah.
And this is going to update in real time. But what I love about this is that you can like things. So if you've got lots of people doing your course, you can even leave comments. So you can have comment threads on it. And I know that some course creation tools might have a separate community, and mini course generator doesn't provide that separate community, but you're keeping everybody in the same page. You can still have comment threads. You can still enable people to share things. So on here, I'm just going to delete that one out. So I can click the plus button, and I can add in links, images, videos. So people could even add a video and introduce themselves if it was that kind of course.
Exactly.
And you can have moderation tools built into it. And it looks absolutely lovely as well. And just to kind of make my point, I have already got my iPad queued up, because I wanted to show people what it looks like on the iPad. So I'm just going to stop sharing there now. Click the share button, share screen and the window. And here's what it looks like on my iPad. So that's inside MCG. That's the course, thrive.thinkvisual.co.uk, because I've matched it to the domain. And there you have your beautiful course where you can go through all the different elements. You're going to see that one in a second.
Yes.
Yes, it all looks lovely. So great AppSmash, Claudia. Brilliant idea. So let's go back to the deck and see what's next. So we have, there we go. Let me just pop this one back up now. So the next AppSmash, which I'm going to share, is all about adding directions and embedding Google Street View. So imagine you've got a course and it's all about a location, a place. You want to give people directions to where you are. Why not embed Google Street View. So here's what it looks like in my course. So here we've got the reset with nature, the wonderful melody, and now I've got this that people can interact with. So we're starting to bring immersive elements into your courses beautifully. I mean, this just looks fantastic. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I actually went to this website because I thought that was quite cool, which is, you know, sort of great street view places, just to find something. And it came up with this wonderful river that you can engage with. Now, if you want to embed something like this into your mini course, remember, I'm using a famous place, but it could be your location. It could be famous landmarks. It could be anywhere where there's Google Street View. So all you need to do is click on the share button, and it gives you the option to copy the link. Now, that's not going to embed the 360 like this. You want to embed the map, and you know, it will take you to this view, and then all you need to do is copy the HTML. Now, back in my course, I'm going to click on the come out of the preview one. Where am I? Here we go. Oh no, that's in the preview. 2 seconds, and let me go back into it. This one. So here I've got my reset with nature, where I had my lovely Spotify. And I'm just going to delete this. It's gone. And I'm going to click the embed. And this time I'm going to use the HTML. And you can see here that I can paste the HTML in there. Now, although my coding is really limited, I'm going to show you that you can see that the width of that is 600 pixels. I'm going to change that to 1000 because it's going to make it the width of the page. And there you have it. Amazing. It's embedded and it's completely interactive. And then, of course, you can use your beautiful elements to create the background layout as well. So that's my smackdown answer to your Padlet, which beat my Spotify. So come on, Claudia, how are you going to beat that? How are you going to beat that?
Oh, now the next one is going to be crazy. You spoiled a little bit before. Spoiler alert, but I forgive you. I forgive you already. So, you know, sometimes we got a lot of PowerPoints, we got Google Slides, and we would like to show them to our students. But we say, yeah, but then we have got a PowerPoint, I've got Google Slides, I've got like another exercise and this and that. It gets messy. So how do we keep all together? In this course, for example, we gave a for instance. So can you go to the, thank you, lovely, amazing, thank you so much. So here we have the presentation right there. We embedded the presentation about stress, the stress and the sleep connection, which is very, very important to know in order to sleep well. Notes taken. And if you see, you can totally browse your presentation within Mini Course Generator. And while you're at it, you can combine your presentation with an interactive quiz that you create on the spot with Mini Course Generator. How cool is that? Like in 2 seconds. You showed that before, right?
Yeah, amazing. And I know that a lot of people will already have PowerPoints, they'll already have. So, you know, going back to the lovely question that we had, was it from Melissa, who was asking about going back and using things on previous Gainer?
Yes.
So, you know, if you've got other materials that you want to make available, and then maybe with just a link before, it's super easy to upload PowerPoint into Google Slides, then embed your Google Slides. You can embed Canva slides. There is lots more that you can embed.
Can you please show us how to do that?
Can
you show us how to embed all these lovely slides?
I can do. So I've got, I don't think I've got any presentations. I don't think I've got the link to that presentation, Claudia. Otherwise, I don't have the link to that one. But it's
coming. It's coming. I'm going to give it to you in like a second.
Brilliant.
Bear with me for a second and I'll just going to be there. Like,
so whilst we're just waiting for that link to come through, one of the questions that did come through, which oh, you put it in a private chat for me, brilliant.
Yes.
Excellent. I've got it now. So I've got the link, so all I need to do is copy the link, right? So in the editor view that I've got here now, you can see that I have deleted Claudia's presentation. If I click on embed, now you have got Google services there, but I'm just going to use the web link.
You can use both, really. You can use both.
Embed, and there we have the slides.
Perfect.
Amazing. So I'm just going to, I'll take that bit out, and then I can put in the nice branded background which matches my course. There we go.
Wow.
Brilliant. Now, I know that one of the questions that came up when I was demoing this in one of the communities was, wouldn't it be cool if you could create the AI interaction from a YouTube clip? And I was like, yeah, that is a really cool thing to do. And I didn't think you could do it. And then I came up with a way of doing it. So if you click on the course, you'll see that I have built this page here, which is build your calm response. And I've just got this video that I've taken from YouTube.
Yes.
And it's actually this one here, which is about managing stress, and it's a 2-minute video. So if you've got a video that you want to put into your course, but you want your learners to reinforce their experience of watching it. So if you think about what I said at the beginning, it's like you could have the text, you could have the video, but what about if you had something to help them engage with the content of that video that really brought it to life? I have the solution. So I'm just going to copy that link, and then I'm going to AppSmash with Notebook LM.
Yay!
In Notebook LM, all you need to do is create a new notebook, and you can see here that I'm going to use a YouTube link. I'm going to paste that in and click insert, and what that does is that it extracts the content from that video. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to take out some of the information here, and I've got the source offers practical advice to mitigate stress. So I'm going to copy that out, and now back in my MCG course, I'm going to go back in here, and you can see that I've got a little bit of text about the video that I've just taken from Notebook LM. I've actually got the video, and then I'm not going to do this right now because we're going to run out of time, but all I did was I used the interaction builder and paste that text in, and it built this build your calm response based on that. So there is your solution. If you want to create an interactive element based on your YouTube clip, just get a summary of the YouTube clip using Notebook LM, paste it in, and now I have this wonderful build your calm response. And it's using its own information. It's not just using the information of the video that I provided, but it's built this create your personalized stress management plan with guided selection. So I think that's a really nice, amazing way to use text, videos, and then AI interaction. So that is the kind of ways in which could you add Airtable? Absolutely, Gaynor. And we're going to show something else in a minute that you can use with lots of ideas in. So hold that thought, Gaynor. So just going back to my presentation, we've mentioned Google Slides now, and we have also had that YouTube. Now, this is kind of next level, and I know that there are some ThingLink fans watching, and it's how do you then build some immersive activities into your mini courses. And for the record, I think that ThingLink and MCG are a match made in heaven. So if you haven't been onto the barista course already that I created, and we can put the link in the chat so you can go through with it, there's actually a few examples here where you can see that in action. So here I've got the milk choices behind the bar, and I've actually got a 360 image that I've taken. And this is real world context now. So now we're taking our learners on a journey. We've got the videos, we've got the interactive elements, we've got all of these wonderful things. How about having some immersive 360 images that you can embed? And all I'm doing there is using the embed code and then putting that into ThingLink. And I think that's another really nice way of being able to build some interaction, but also some immersive experiences as well. So if you haven't used it before, I've just put some simple information on there that you can create 360 images. And a lot of people ask me about that for the barista course, and all of that was done with ThingLink, the hotspots. But don't forget, that's where you can put in your own images. That's the difference, I think, between the AI interaction builder. It creates these wonderful kind of quizzes and guidance. And if I just go back to the barista course for a moment here, you can see that I've got that interactive experience, the immersive interactive experience. And then I've got a matching game on Match the Milk. So we've got cow's milk, and we know that's perfect for silky microfoam latte art. We've got coconut milk, and we know that less foamy. No, that's not right. Thinner, can split, naturally sweet, maybe. Almond milk, slightly beany. No, that might. There you go. So that's the nice point, is that that's built with the AI interaction builder that builds on the immersive experience. And if you go through here, you'll see that there's lots of other nice examples as well. But there is also, of course, really nice elements that are already built into MCG that can bring you interactive elements as well. So I think I put on here, if I go back to my deck, that you'll have seen in the barista course, my flip it cards, my flip it and spin it. And that is a baked in feature with MCG. Yep. So you do have interactive elements. So there's flip it cards, there's quiz questions. And what is so mind-blowingly amazing is that if I go back into my little Thrive course here and I go through, you can see I've got quizzes that I've built, I've got feedback, and that's through an interactive page, and I'm going to show you how you can put that in. But I've got this course, so it's public. Anyone can access it through the link. There's no names, there's no emails, there's no passwords, but you can still leave feedback, whether it's stars and ratings or a proper kind of qualitative statement. And then when I'm in my editor, I'm just going to go in and show you. So here I am in my mini course. And if I click on the mini course report and I download the full report, it's going to give me all of that feedback. So that is just a really nice way of you being able to evaluate the power of your courses, even though you're not collecting names. So I thought that was really important to stress. So when I'm in my course, if you see, I go back to this little feedback, please. I've got my lovely quiz questions. And the way that I was able to create those was add a page, and I've got the AI powered quiz. multiple correct questions, single choice, multiple choice, star ratings, numeric answers. You can even have a password check. But these open-ended long text and short text, you're going to get the responses directly in that downloadable CSV. And who doesn't love a CSV? Because when you get that CSV, you can do pivot tables, you can do all sorts of things with it. So yeah, I just thought that that was really, really important to share with you. So have fun with the flip it cards, add images to those, and it will give you the other interactive quick things that you can do. So don't forget that once you've built your course, you can add your micro credentials, and this is with a collection. So if you, what's really helpful is that you can build your mini courses and then move them into a collection, and you can even clone them, make copies of them. So you could have a standalone mini course and then have the collection with the mini course in it. And then of course you can build your own custom templates, celebrations. And in my little mini course, I know this is a little bit of something to make people feel good, but I've got congratulations. Take care of yourself. It isn't a luxury. It's the foundation of everything else you create. And here is my little video with music that's just about saying, you know, congratulations on completing this course. I didn't need a badge for this, but I just wanted people to feel good because it's a feel good course. But you can build these yourselves. It's super easy to edit your celebration completion page. So all you need to do is choose your completion, and then it's got a little picture of a girl jumping with a backpack, but you can put your own videos in there. You could put other interactive elements. There's loads of things that you can do. We have covered a lot in 50 minutes. So I hope I'm doing us justice, Onur. If I've not mentioned anything, then keep me right. It doesn't stop there. This is what I was referring to, Gaynor. So we have put together, which is in your email that you'll get, a list of things that we thought would be really, really helpful. And I think I've even got Airtable in here, but it's really super easy for you to use any of these kinds of things. I don't know if I put Airtable in. If not, I will.
Oh, we can add it. No worries. No problem. We can add it.
Add it. But yeah, you can embed. You can even embed a chart from a Google chart, from a Google sheet that's populated by a Google form, and it'll update in real time in your course, which is just amazing. Miro boards, Sketchfab, 3D models. You could even add a 3D model.
Yeah.
It's just phenomenal. So yeah, it doesn't stop there. We wanted to put together a really nice list of examples, just things that bring that multimodality to your courses. And my kind of tip is just experiment. What's the worst that could happen? You add something in and you delete it, you know? And as Gaynor said, you can go back in and add these things to your old courses and keep them current and fresh as well. So they keep getting better. So in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be launching something, aren't we, Onur?
Definitely, but before that, I have two notes. First, you both are true stars in the instructional design. Thank you for such a beautiful designed learning experience. My second note is, in one of our previous conversation, I think you formulated it perfectly. Mini course generator is the home, is the nest of many elements. I think that's the beauty of it, because everyone has favorite tools, right? We all get used to some platforms more frequently than others. So if you don't use the interaction builder inside the mini course generator, but still you need a place to combine them and to present them, and even maybe give certificates or for micro credentialing. So mini course generator is the package of all this beautifully shaped instructional design, I believe.
You couldn't have put it better. It's not just the package, it's the workflow, it's the validation, it's the monetization for those that want to monetize their courses. And as I keep saying, I'm not particularly techie, and I got this straight away. You know, it's so simple and it's so customizable that you can make it look absolutely beautiful. So we are going to launch as if you hadn't guessed already, our own mini course all about using the AI Interaction Builder, and it does look beautiful. We are finishing up next week, I think, with a couple of support articles that we're going to put into it and some other videos on how to use it, and then we're going to launch it, and you will get a badge for completing it as well.
Yay!
Yay! So we've got a few minutes left. So again, you know, we just would love it if you joined our communities, because these are only going to grow and they're fairly new, and we just want everyone to share their examples so that you can get feedback. We can offer advice. It's a place where you can ideate without fear, because, you know, we're all there to help and support each other as well. We're going to have another webinar, which will be in a month's time at the end of September, September the 25th. And all that's left to say, of course, is a massive thank you to Claudia and Onur. But most of all, thank you to all of you who've joined us. And I've had a blast. It's been so much fun showing you the things that we've been plotting this week, and to see it all come together. And yeah, just it's just amazing to see it all come together. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you also to Erin, who's been in the chat answering all of your questions. Erin, do you mind if we just bring you back out so that you can say hello? Thank you so much for answering the questions. There's been such great engagement today. Really good to see it all. Thanks, Erin. And lovely comments coming through as well. Thanks, Gaynor. Really great. The links to the communities are on the email that you're going to get, which has got the slides in. All the links that I've shared with you, you're going to get as well. So you'll be able to go through those. You won't lose them at any point. And if you've got any examples that you want us to share, we would love to be able to feature your work as a case study. And you know, that's the way that we can help you and get the word out about your courses as well. So when you get the email from me after the webinar, hit reply, which will go to Erin, and Erin will be able to manage all of your questions as well. So wherever you are in the world, we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and hope it's going to be a good weekend. Some of you are on a long bank holiday weekend as well. But from all of us, thank you so much for being part of our wider community, and we shall see you in a month's time. So that's all I have left to say.
Thank you, Liz. Star performance. Thank you. And Claudia, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great to see you. Take care.
Bye, everyone. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye.